Hi, it's me, Vamp, and it has been a cool minute, as the kids say, since I've recorded a podcast episode. A lot has actually happened. Normally, I upload a copy of this podcast to YouTube and whatnot, but this time I will actually not be uploading a copy of this podcast to YouTube. This podcast is strictly going on a podcast thingy. So, definitely, I don't know. I guess this is the podcast exclusive thing. I don't know. Feel free to check it out. If you want, you can support the podcast on Anchor, where it's on, or other ways. There also should be a link to my Patreon somewhere. I don't know. But anyway, that's not the point. The point is, I want to chat with you guys because a lot is going on. Unfortunately, a lot of it's bad, some of it's good, but most of it's bad. Okay, so my YouTube channels, yes, as you know, I have Warframe Madness, warframe.com/Warframe Madness, all one word. And then I have Vamp Plays, youtube.com/VAMPLAYS, And then I have my new channel, which is called Anime Vamp. You should be able to find it just by searching Anime Vamp on the YouTube. It's actually a chibi type whatever. But anyway, that's even not entirely what I'm going to talk about now. Let's talk about the next gen platforms. They're coming out soon. They are coming out. I managed to pre-order the Xbox Series S. S as in Sam. I know what you guys are thinking. You guys are like, Vamp, why did you order the Series S and not the Series X? Well, because, okay, here's the thing. My job sort of is creating content and whatnot. So that's why I actually need the Xbox at some point or another. And my PC, I don't have like the most money in the world to get another PC. So there we go with that. And that's about the reason I did that. And I got the S instead of the X because it was $200 cheaper. I was lucky enough to be able to pre-order the Series S, which is honestly kind of crazy within its own because I wasn't able to pre-order the PS5 like I tried. But I'll get the PS5 eventually, hopefully, and hopefully it will work out. I'm still playing Warframe, which apparently a lot of the community mad at. Digital Extremes now, the creators of Warframe. And I'm a bit worried about Warframe and its compatibility with the next gen console. Not compatibility, more like optimization. Because I'm finding more and more that Warframe isn't exactly fully optimized for PCs, it seems like. Not like your typical AAA title is or whatnot. So I'm a little concerned about that, if I'm being honest, but I guess we'll wait and see what happens. Their launch date is approaching. We're way less than a month away. We are, actually, let me click and look at the calendar real quick. We are 3 weeks away as of the podcast coming out. We are 3 weeks away from the console releasing. Now, I also found some bad news out with the Xbox Series S. Apparently, the version I ordered doesn't come with Game Pass. So if I want Game Pass, I'll have to buy it myself. I could buy a month for $1, and then, afterwards I can just continue on if I want to. I know why they're doing that, because they're trying to be like, hey, this is cool, isn't it? You can do a bunch of stuff, whatever. And just, continue paying money for it. You'll get gold included. Which, okay, here's the thing. I should also mention that it's so much information at once and it's my fault because I spent so long not doing this podcast. So, it makes sense that, of course, there would be so much information. Like, animes came back. Okay, I'm getting ahead of myself. Okay. So, anyway, Microsoft acquired the parent studio of Bethesda. So, Microsoft got Bethesda and all those parent studios. So, guess what Microsoft did? Right away, they put Doom Eternal on their Game Pass. So, yeah, you'll have Doom Eternal on their Game Pass now, which is crazy, and it means I'll actually finally get to play Doom Eternal, which is pretty cool. Pretty cool indeed. I add, just in case you guys are wondering, I'm not a fanboy for any of the platforms, be it PlayStation, be it Xbox, be it Nintendo. Although I'll be honest, I grew up with Nintendo, and nostalgia is great. It really is. It really is great. Zelda Ocarina of Time, if they ever remake that, I swear, any new Switch that Nintendo comes out with, I'll get just for an Ocarina of Time remake. It can be just a remaster. It doesn't even have to be a full-on remake. Just a remaster, and I'm happy. If they want to make a remake, fine. But I have a friend of mine. He actually might be a little bit annoyed if they make a remake, only because of the fact that he doesn't like that nowadays games tend to hold your hand more, as in there's more checkpoints or auto save points, like around every corner now. Even the new Crash game, Crash 4, it's about time, that like checkpoints every few jump areas, where it used to be like as soon as you died 4 times, that was it. You can play that mode if you want, but by default, you'll get the, checkpoint mode, which I actually personally need because I am not very good at platformers. But I know I'm terrible at platformers, so yeah, I always put myself in this situation where I just fail the platformer. So yeah, that. And now let's talk about anime real quick, because the new anime seasons have started. Well, okay, I say the new season has started. I actually told my friend that, and she was like, no, it hasn't. I was like, okay, here's the thing. This is exactly what I'm telling you guys as well. These were anime that was supposed to start like 2, 3, 4, 5 months ago, whatever, but they couldn't due to 2020 reasons. And now they started like two 2 weeks ago or so. They started up to make up for it. Of course, we are talking shows like the Irregular at Magical High School, pretty awesome. And that one show okay, it technically an isekai of sorts, I guess, which is what draws me in, I suppose, but it's kind of like a slice of life isekai, if you will. Yeah, so it's one of those things that I wouldn't think I would like because I'm more of the action, magic, whatever. But yeah, yeah. There's also other animes like 100 Bodies or 1,000 Cuts or whatever it's called. I don't know. I immediately started losing interest in it because, see, it's one of the things that certain animes grab me at first, but then if I start finding them boring, then I'm like, I'm not going to do it anymore because, it's boring at that point. And who wants to be bored in an anime? Oh, and that the show I started watching on CW, I think it's still on CW. It's called Pandora. It's okay. That's the kind of show I think was super boring. But oddly enough, if it was an anime, I'd find it super interesting. I've been trying to give real TV shows, live action TV shows rather, an actual chance based on my same anime criteria. It's not going that well, oddly enough, but I've been trying to give it a chance. I've just been trying. And then this new game I've been playing called Genshin Impact, where I'm not sure if I'm going to keep playing it or not. It's a gacha game. It's a gacha game for PC, PS4, Xbox One. It's also on mobile as well, which it's actually crazy in its own how it can even be on mobile. Because it's think of Breath of the Wild but anime style. So yeah, if you combine the anime with Breath of the Wild, you get Genshin Impact. This is not sponsored by Genshin Impact at the time of you're listening to this, uploading this. I always say that because there's always a chance in the future that something could be sponsored by Genshin Impact, and you're like, but you said it wasn't sponsored, but I just heard an ad like 5 minutes ago for Genshin Impact. Well, at the time, as far as my knowledge is concerned, I am not sponsored by Genshin Impact. So, yeah, that works there. Now, I think you guys are all caught up now. Now, where do we dive in? Consoles. Okay. So, in about 3 weeks, console launch is starting. Now, the PS5 I plan on getting on Amazon. See, here's the thing, because I refuse. I absolutely refuse. Even if I had the spare money, which I'm not sure if I do, but I refuse to buy a PS5 from scalpers for a number of reasons, actually. One, because it's not like I can even get like right away. Yeah, I'm not going to be able to get right away. It's going to be the thing that they got to wait for the pre-order to get to their house, and then After that, yeah. Okay, see, at the time it's getting closer to launch, I literally just looked on eBay because I wanted to see how ridiculous the prices people are selling it for. But it looks like the prices have gone down a little bit. Like, you know, that one here for 739 and then 800, 850. When the PS5 first came to pre-order, it was like $1,000, $2,000. There's still some here for 2,000, but a lot usually are more reasonable now because it's closer to launch and people are coming to the realization that, oh, I can just buy a console at launch. Although, then again, I can't see the features. There might not be that many PS5s at launch. There might be a ridiculous amount at launch. We don't know. We just don't know, honestly. But either way, I cannot condone scalping. Um, in case you guys don't know what a scalper is, a scalper is a name for a person that buys a lot of. They know something is going to be limited quantity, so they buy up a bunch of them. Then they go on like sites like eBay's and whatnot and sell them for like marked up, like $300 more, sometimes double more. In rare cases, triple more if there's enough demand for it. And yeah, that's what a scalper is, and that's what happened with the PS5. I honestly don't know if it happened with the Xbox or not. I didn't even look up the Xbox. Xbox Series X. Okay, yeah, the same thing happened with the Xbox. See, here's the thing. I managed to get the Xbox Series S, but it was a surprise. I didn't know I even wanted it until the last minute. But yeah, I didn't even know I wanted it till the last minute. So that's crazy with that. Now the Series S is actually, it's being sculpted well, but for a lot less, I guess, because people don't know what to make of the Series S, as in Sam, yet. Because there's rumored back and forth about how the Series S will be underpowered, how no, it won't be underpowered. In the media keeps hyping it up. We don't have any of the consoles, so we don't know yet. Okay, this might be a little odd that I'm going to admit this, but I am going to admit this, guy. And that is that the Series S, the Series X, and the PS5, I think I'm a little more happy to see, like, breakdown, hardware breakdown, software breakdown, all those breakdown videos than I am for the actual launch of the console. Don't get me wrong, as soon as the Xbox is out, as soon as I'm going to plug it up, try to play it and enjoy it and flip it and pop it, and I don't know what I'm talking about at this point, but yeah, I'm going to hopefully enjoy it quite a bit. Yeah. Now, like I said, Warframe. For those of you guys that don't know, before I rebranded this podcast, it was a solely Warframe podcast. So it actually makes quite a bit of sense that I would be a bit worried about the Warframe podcast of it all. But hopefully, I do not have to be worried at all. Hopefully, Digital Extremes will optimize it for both platforms. Now, let's talk, well, for all platforms, I guess I should say. But yeah, now let's talk a little bit more about YouTube and monetization and what I've been up to, I suppose. Okay, so as I mentioned, I've been making quite a bit more YouTube channels and stuff like that. And that's the reason I don't want to ever be a downer or anything, but so my situation at the time is not that great. I've been trying to improve it by rushing, stuff out and whatnot. Unfortunately, as a result, I have been losing a little bit of sleep, but don't worry, it's not too much sleep. I'm working on it of sorts, kind of. It's a thing, it's happening, kind of. Things are happening, kind of. Things are going to work out, kind of. Okay, hopefully they are. Hopefully they are. I'm trying all that I can. I've been trying to keep on my website, vamplays.com. That's VAMPLAYS.com. I've been trying to keep on my Warframe YouTube channel, my gaming channel, my anime channel. I technically have a iOS, Mac, whatever channel, but not many people know about that. I might start being more active on there. I stream on Twitch every now and then. All that stuff. So yeah, I don't know what I thought I would accomplish by mentioning all that at all. I guess I don't know. I don't know. Well, I suppose I'm going to end the video here, honestly. Well, I'd say video, but it's really a recording. I'm using OBS to record it, just like I would record a video. But yeah, I'm actually kind of tired myself. I got maybe 2 hours of sleep last night, so I'm going to try to get more sleep tonight. And thank you, everyone that is listening, has listened, have been supporting me. And yeah, remember, just listening to me supports just watching a video of mine or subscribing, all those things support. If, money, yes, it supports as well, of course, but there are other ways to support. Just hanging out with me, chilling with me, vibing with me, as they say. Unless that means something completely different, then never mind. But yeah, with that said, I'll catch you guys in the future. Later.